It's Week 9 of the National Football League.
And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen.
He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Bills and the Dolphins.
And it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from Buffalo. To return, here's Jaquan Hardy. He's to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Well, I think we both knew, Mike, coming into the game that special teams would play a big role, but I don't think either of us expected it to play itself out on the opening play of the game. I mean, what a return. That would have been something. He takes that all the way. What a start.
So, out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
From the gun, Josh Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for, and it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
First and 10. In motion comes Beckham. It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And he'll spin his way forward for a gain of about 4. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Here's a 2nd and 6. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still second down.
A play fake. Now 2 at a throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got his man. It's Hill. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Miami.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Miami.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Will find Mostert out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
So on fourth down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On the ground once more, it's Davis. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 2.
They'll go again with Davis. Davis has the first down and more. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line.
Nice pickup here by Ray Davis, and I really like his skill set in this Buffalo Bills organization, Mike. I mean, remember, everything is going to go through Josh Allen. He's the distributor. He's the point guard. So now to have another back on the field that is good in both the run game and the passing game. I mean, here's a guy, Mike, that had 14 rushing touchdowns, 7 receiving touchdowns his last year in college. I mean, he can do both equally well and just gives Josh Allen one more weapon.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And while Samuel might have a new home in Buffalo, Mike, he's still that same dynamic guy that I played with all those years back as a young player in Carolina. He is so dynamic with the ball in his hands that in this Buffalo offense, you can either throw it to him, hand it to him, but either way, just get him the ball like we saw there, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. One more time going up top with Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. It's a big play there on third down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. To throw again, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Hill brought in motion. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Tua. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Off play action, it's Tua. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Tua gives it to Mostert. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability.
A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and long. And here's Tua. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. That's to the rookie from Florida State, Keon Coleman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They motion the slot man left. Now Allen on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Number 17, Josh Allen on the keeper.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On fourth down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion comes Beckham. Play action. Tagovailoa. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll run out of the gun. This is Mostert. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Allen going to give this to Davis. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Working across the field, there goes Hill. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd down and 3. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He runs with it, and he's in! Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good. Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills nothing. Jason Sanders.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense and their running back Ray Davis getting ready to roll. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Into the hands of Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Allen. Now he takes off. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll go play action here with Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it with Davis. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
A flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one a bit high, but it's complete.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, his quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Now Allen. That'll be caught by the running back Davis. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Allen to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
A 25-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. That's caught by Smith on the right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A play fake. Now 2 at a throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
I think some skeptics out there, Mike, said, okay, Tyreek, you're going to leave Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. Let's see how you do down in Miami. And, well, what has he done? He's really taken his game to a whole nother level. Over 3,500 receiving yards in just the last 2 seasons alone.
Austin Jackson, the former first-rounder, guilty there. Hill brought in motion. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Now he'll run. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Christian Benford brings him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Tagovailoa. Whoa!
Well, if that was a pickup on 1st or 2nd down, you'd be thrilled. But here on 3rd and long, just doesn't quite get enough to pick up the 1st down, and it's going to bring up 4th.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tua. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
This is Davis. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Allen will throw, and that is incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On first down, here's Tungo Vailoa to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Now a first down throw for Tua. That one into the hands of Hill. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Tua going to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Again, it's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Off he goes. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Slot receiver headed right. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's third down and a few inches. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. A huge play just before the half. That gains an even 60 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw again, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Allen on 3rd down. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down, back at the 4. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Makes the score Bills 10, Dolphins 7.
So, final seconds of this 1st half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. In motion, it's Waddle. 2 and out on 1st down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. We were treated to a solid 1st half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He connected on a touchdown pass in that 1st half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Number 9, Jonnu Smith. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Man in motion here is Washington. Whoa! Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? To throw is Tua. Open man, Malik Washington.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Checking it down, this one is caught. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on 3rd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
The Bills offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now Davis. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That'll be caught by the running back, Davis. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Bills 1st down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the zone read, it's a give to Davis. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Chop Robinson, the rookie out of Penn State, in there for the stop.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On the ground once more, it's Davis. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Oh, the hard count looked like they cut somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Valdez-Scantling on the move. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
They'll run. It's Ty Johnson. Space to run. Inside the 20. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he will score. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Devon Achane to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua gonna throw. Catch made there. That's Smith. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Vailoa. That is caught! And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give to Davis. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. Whoa. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Allen. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 3 to go. Play action. Tagovailoa. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. To the air again, Tagovailoa. He's got his man. It's Hill.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Once again, it's Achane. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Man in motion here is Washington. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to be fourth down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Allen to throw. That's complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
6. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 16.
They motion the slot man left. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Allen going to give this to Davis. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 9-yard line.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be batted down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Woo! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Hill brought in motion. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A run with Davis. And he's going to have a Bills first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Valdez-Scantling on the move. From the gun, Josh Allen. A quick slant here, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they have the first down, so they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Davis. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Davis. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And less than a yard.
They'll run. It's Davis. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the ground, it's Davis. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Now it's Allen. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Allen working from the pistol. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Josh Allen, touchdown Bills. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it. Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Pass is back to kick it off. On the return, Malik Washington. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll drop to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Hardy now with the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, it's Davis. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. A run here with Davis. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. On second down, a run with Davis. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Valdez-Scantling on the move. On third down, it's Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Number 17, Josh Allen on the keeper.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Bills bringing on the punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
On first down, Tagovailoa taking a shot downfield for Smith. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. One last throw here for Tua. He'll let this go towards the end zone. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.